Welcome to the innovative Compubyte POS software. In the previous sessions we looked at all the menu items, 1 to 10 menu items. It's how to do cash sales, how to do account sales, etc. Now that we've done processing of the various items, we want to get some reports. Some of the reports that are on the system can be accessed directly from the main screen. Others can be accessed from these main menu items on the top. Now I'll begin with a simple report. Let's say you're in your cash sales. So if I press the F4 key, if I'm here and I press the F4 key, I now go to my cash sales and I'm at this point in time and I want to have a quick report on all my leads. So I put in LEE plus, it shows me all the leads. The lead that I want to have a report on is this navy lead. It shows me I've got 2 excess, 1 small, 10 mediums, 5 large, 3 extra large, and it shows me I've got 21 in stock. It shows me what I've got on back order, what are on my what purchase orders I've got. Because I've received my purchase orders, I have 0 at the moment. It tells me what my cost is. Now to get a quick report on this particular item, I can just click Analyze Stock. It shows me everything, how it was taken, when stock was taken of the item, where's the pro formas, what the order values, all the details that I basically need of this item is here. I can also analyze it quickly and I can see that in week number 4 of January I've had sales of 18. Week number 1 I had purchases of 23 and 2. This is my total sales and this is my average sales for a particular, that's my average sales per week. I can close it. It will tell you what your stock balance should be, gives you all the analysis, and you can close it down. That's how quickly you can get an analysis of any stock item. Now let's look at other reports. We're looking now at a stock report. So we go to the stock, we click on stock reports. Now we can choose what groups we want to print a report on. If you want to choose specific groups, you press the control key down, then you click on legions, and then you click on shoes barkers. So now we're only going to print these 2 groups. So it shows you choosing groups 1 and 3. If you want to choose all the groups, you can just click this button and it will choose all the groups. Now I click on continue. It tells me I've got 21 units in here, it's 21,000, and what's my selling? And that's barkers. I've got -1 and that's my selling. Now I can just load the stock grid. I just click here, load, and that's my stock grid. Now in this is just basically all the fields of all the items, what you've got in stock. If you had pictures, it will also display your pictures of your various goods on this particular stock report. Now we're going to come to something a little more interesting. Let's choose a report that has already been created by the system that will basically allow us to print our stock sheet. So we go to Browse, and immediately in the Compubyte directly, these are all the reports. But the reports that we can use, or what they call crystal reports we can use, has to be only related to stock. So we look for the reports that has stock in it. So we can have a stock with simple cost and selling price, we can have a stock with sizing report, or we can have just a normal stock. Let's do a stock with a sizing report. So we click on stock with sizing report, we click open, and now we have to reload it so that it can load the crystal report. You'll see this is still grayed out. It will become solid as soon as the report is loaded. The first time that you load crystal reports, it takes a little longer. Thereafter, it will be very, very quick. So I click on the crystal report. It shows me all the stock items I've got. It shows you Lee jeans. These are the sizes that I've got. This is the value I've got. If I want shoes Barker, I click on it, and it shows me what are the values of the shoes that I have. And these are the 2 groups that I've basically chosen. If I chose more groups, it will show you more groups. Now that is the report that you've chosen here. Now if you're not happy with this report, you want just a quick simple report, you can go back again there and you can say stock, simple cost and selling. You open it, you reload the report, and now you can view the crystal report where it shows you the description, the value, and it shows you the cost, the selling price, and the value, and that's the reference and the description of the item. So like that, you can basically view all your stock items in a report. That's printing out some of your stock reports. Now let's do some more interesting reports. Since we've done a few sales, we can go now to the main menu. We can go to the sales analysis. We can either choose detail analysis, which you can choose a particular month or a day, or we could choose report generator, which will just immediately give you a summary of the whole month sales. So let's begin with report generator. So immediately from the beginning that you started, from the beginning of the month 2008-02-01 till now, till today's date on the system, it basically has a total value. But this doesn't make much sense to us because it doesn't have any totals. But you notice here, the crystal report is already loaded for you, and the crystal report button is also highlighted. So all you do is you click on it, and there's your full report. Now I can click to the button to the end of the report, and I can see my top 50 that I sold on account, the top 50 profit that I've done, the top 50 profit on account I've done, and you can see the items that I've basically done, and the product names, and etc. Also, I can do a drill down on any particular date. So if I look at this particular date on the 5th, if I just press the plus there, I can see all the cash sales, and I can see all the cash sale numbers, and in the cash sale numbers what was actually sold. So for today's date, I press the plus, and I can basically even extend this column by just dragging it there. I can see a bigger column. Now in cash sales, I do that, and I can see cash sale number 19. I sold a Lee shirt, and it was paid by cash or by card or whatever the case may be. Like that, you can have a look at all your items. Also interesting is you basically press your left arrow, and you can see more information like graphs. So for the full detailed report, you're seeing a graph on which day, what sales. You can see this day you sold more than all the other days. I can also move my arrow to the left, and I can basically have a summary of everything for the month. I've done cash sales so much, cost so much, my sold is so much, my VAT, my profit. All these analyses are basically done for you. You go down and you can see your total values in a graphic form as well. These are also showing you which terminal numbers that you're basically analyzing. And I can close this. I can also go back to the main report, and instead of going to the report generator, I can go to detailed analysis. Now in details analysis, I can just change this to 0208, and I'll get the same report that I did before. Or I can basically choose I want a report only for today, and today's date is 07/07/02/08, and I say OK, and now it only takes the sales for today's date, and I view the crystal report, and then it gives me my full report only for today. And I can go from page 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Also interesting is any of these reports that you see in this particular crystal report screen, you can print it to the printer, and you can choose what printer you want to print it to, or you can basically export it. So you can export it to a PDF file. You can export it to an Excel spreadsheet, so you can get that report into Excel and open it into Excel. So that makes things very, very much more easy for you. I'm going to close this particular report. Now I'm going to show you some other interesting reports. If I look at my stock report from here, if I go to my stock report, I can also then basically do capturing of stock and get a report for the stock that I've taken. I'll do this in another tutorial. In the meantime, I'm going to show you how you can basically get a report on a particular account. So you can choose an account by going to press the menu key, which is F4, go to account sales, enter. You choose the account. Just say you want to see an analysis of account number 7. You choose it, and you say view account, and you put your access code in, and now you can say detail account, and it shows you the detail account. Now that's only the detail, like the invoice number, what's the value and what's the balance. But if you want by itemized, you click itemized, and it gives you an itemized report. Now you'll notice from here, if you want a crystal report, you can choose a crystal report from here, and that's also because it's a detailed report. You'll choose detailed transaction. You won't choose account there because this is a detailed report. So you open, you reload it, and now it will give you the crystal report. I press crystal reports, it gives you exactly what are the invoice and how they were basically, how those invoices, what was the value of the invoices, etc. I'll close this particular window. Also, when you're doing your other reports, the ones your sales detail reports, you can also then customize the report depending on how you want these columns to be displayed. Let's say we're going to create a new report and we're going to customize this report. We're going to have the date, time, document, and we're going to have date, time, document. We're not going to have the sequence. We're going to have the document number, and then we're just going to have the document total. So all the other fields that you've seen here, we won't have them. And now I just close it. Also, you can basically filter it. By filter, it gives you the examples of a filter. So if I'm going to have a document, I can basically choose what document only do I want to have on the report. So I'm going to say valid comparison operators are equals to, so I can say basically equals to cash, C-A-S-H. So now this report will look at the document, all documents that is only equals to cash. You can also, when you create an expression for a filter, you can enclose strings within a single quotation mark like last name equals to Jones. Or you can say valid string comparison like what I've done equals cash. You can do multiple compressions like and or. These are the different compressions you can do. And now I can save this thing. And I'm going to call this report test. And I can save it. So the next time you don't have to design it. It tells you it already exists. I'm going to create it. And now I close it. Now that report test is there, I can reload it. And because I didn't have a data table for it, and I can view the crystal report on it. And I can close it again. So that depending on how you design the report, but you've got to make sure when you're designing this particular report, you understand the different fields of the report. There are other reports as well, like your day end report that you do at the end of the day. When you click your day end, it will show you exactly how much credit cards you receive, how much cash, and you get some of your analysis. Also, if you make a paid out, if you paid somebody, you can basically pay out directly. You can get your salesperson totals. Also, wherever access code usages were done, you can click on access code usage. You put your password and it will tell you exactly on this particular terminal what access code was used. You see, if I want to increase this column, I just go to the end of it. When you see these two arrows left to the right, you click on it or you just drag it and it becomes longer. And now you can basically see level 10 access code was used to view an account number, and it was an invoice that you were busy with. It will tell you also whether new data account, whether the system date was changed. All your access codes that you were doing would basically be in this particular report. So go there, and that's your access code usage. Also, another report that you can basically get out of the system is if you go there and you go to your detailed analysis report, and you can choose now also if you want not the 7th, just say you want the whole of the 7th month, whole of December, 12 minus 07, and you click OK. And then if there were transactions that were done, in this case because it's just a new installation, there isn't any transactions. And the same way you can go and you can create a new filter as well, and based on how you're going to create the filter, you will have your results printed out in these columns.